Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Basketball Report. And today we're just going to continue our series of, predictions for the 2022 season. And today we're talking about, it was last season, the best team in the West, one of the best teams in the NBA, and that's the Utah Jazz. Interesting team.
Yeah,
To be
definitely.
fair.
A team which this team doesn't have, that top player, like a Giannis or a Jokic. It doesn't have a big name player, as I can say. It's more for me. This team is a definition of a well-rounded team. These guys are really good when they play together, and they have the defense, they have the scoring, and they actually did some good moves. This
No, I
oh,
mean, they got
oh
rid of Derek Favors, they got in Hassan Whiteside. Obviously, just increasing our defense.
the paint,
I
yeah.
don't think it was necessary. You can't
Yeah,
go bare. Who's what, that three-time defensive player of the year now?
yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, defense in the paint sort of go bare. Conley is also a good perimeter defender. And what I like about this team is this team gets hot. I mean, this team gets hot. They get very hot.
It's yeah,
Um,
dangerous.
from A to B, or from A to Z, sorry, they've got all of the aspects covered.
Yeah.
Obviously, Donovan Mitchell's probably like the main scorer on this roster. Mike Conley, I do think's a little bit out of it. Maybe if you saw like a Grizzlies Conley, but now I do feel it's a little bit. Well, I know he got an All Star not last season, but let's be honest, I don't think that was well deserved. I think that was more just fact like, look, this guy's been always there but never in the All Star, so I think they just gave it to him. But obviously, the players like Joe Ingles and Bojan, they get hot. And Jordan Clarkson as well, fantastic six man Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah.
I really do like Jordan Clarkson. I think it was six man of the year last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And obviously, great player. He comes off the bench, he does what you need. You can put him at any guard position, and he scores efficiently. So I mean, this team all around solid. Royce O'Neal as well. Maybe gets a little bit posted too much, but at least he puts effort into it. But obviously, the main thing this team has been coming down. Everyone's coming on last season. Everyone still think we're a little bit frail. We're a little bit shortcoming, when it comes to the playoff. And last season, once again,
I just think it's a experience. To
mm,
be honest, I just think you know I think they just need to. I don't know. Just I think this season they're going to do better in the playoffs. Oh, we hope so. But I just think this it's just they're struggling. But then maybe they I don't know.
I mean, but looking at the previous performances, going back to 2018, beat OKC in 6 games. They went on, and I think they lost against the Rockets. No shame in losing against the Rockets. 2018 Rockets were very, very good, one of the best teams in the NBA. And then 2019, not really sure. I think it was first round
Mm,
exit to the Rockets again.
yeah, I don't know. Can't remember.
And then obviously bubble. No, I think it was it's been bubble year. Anyway, bubble year we lost against the Nuggets in 7, and then last season we lost against the Clippers in the semis. So they've been good in the playoffs. They've not been fantastic, but I think for a team who was still fairly young and still is fairly young, they've done good. And I think they get shitted on a lot for no reason, just because they don't have that big name player,
Yeah.
and teams usually need that big name player to be successful. But you also look at the other side of it, and then you're going back to like the 2004 Pistons. I mean, they didn't have that big name player. I mean, I'm sure Ben Wallace was a four-time defensive player of the year, and Chauncey Billups was good, and Rick Hamilton was good. But I mean, they didn't have that wow player. They didn't have the Shaqs, the Kobe's. And I think this team is the same. They don't need the Giannis and the ADs and the Jokic and whatever. They don't need those type of players because this team is solid and this team is well rounded.
Yeah.
And I think they just need a lucky break. Last
Uh,
season, like they had the best record in the NBA.
yeah, I just yeah, also just a lucky break, but I think the I think they every season they're going to do better. I think watch out for them this season. Uh, they're well rounded, like comparing them to the Pistons of 2004, 2005. These guys do have that defense they need to do it with a Son Whiteside's biggie, a bit of an OP defense almost in the paint
Yeah,
because of
he
some
draws
hard
a
side.
lot of fouls, but he gets a lot of blocks.
And also rebounding.
Rebounding
It's
as
a
well.
heavy guy,
Fantastic
big guy.
rebounder.
So they have the scoring. They have everything they need to win a championship. I think it's just going to be maybe one championship they're going to win, but I really hope they can show this season what they're made of. And I would say, still I think one of the best teams in the NBA at the moment.
The West is going to be tough, but I think this team has shown that they're a good regular season team.
Definitely.
For a few years now, they haven't missed the playoffs since, I think, this last 4 years. And when they've lost in the playoffs, it's been usually very tight and could have gone either way. But I think at this stage, people are labeling a little bit choker. But I don't necessarily feel like this team chokes. I know some players does disappear in some games, but I mean last season was literally a fluke where Terrence Mann dropped 37 on them out of nowhere,
Yeah.
out of straight fucking nowhere, and that's what cost them, going to the Western Conference Finals, and that's basically it. And this franchise has been unlucky, obviously. Karl Malone, Stockton, fantastic pairing, but then you also had Jordan on the other side of the spectrum. And you just feel like, when's this team gonna actually get their lucky break and just be like, but I think maybe this season could be this season. Not sure, we're gonna have to see. But if I have to put in my final prediction, I would say top 3 this season in the West again. And looking at the playoffs, I would say semis, maybe Western Conference
I think
Finals.
a dub for them if they go to Western Conference Final. Also, I would say top 3. I think it's going to be heavily contested for those top spots in the West. I think it's going to be really close. And I would also say semis. And I would say if they go to the West Conference Finals, then maybe they can win it.
Yeah. I mean,
you don't know.
You have to be there to get there. So if they can just put themselves in the position to get to a title, then anything is possible.
Yeah, no. So should be interesting. Let us know what you guys think about the Utah Jazz. Let us know in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for all the support and all that stuff. And as always, hit that jumper.